Hello, welcome to the weekly paint along, and we are going to finish up the NMM tonight. It's pretty much just this dagger here. This is that mid-tone color, cloudy gray I use on the other and that darker color I was just taking back over a little bit was gray liner. At the moment, I just have the dark shadow in mid-tone. Again, if blending is difficult and you are wanting to get really smooth blends, I recommend doing a bunch of paint mixes on your palette that are in between your shadow and mid-tone, and then mid-tone and pure white highlight. I do actually have mixes in between those already, just in case I'm having an off night. Kind of, and also just a little bit by default too. This is small enough, it might not really need those others. But, like I said, if you struggle in this area, don't feel like you're a worse painter just because you have to do it. Also, it's really, this is a good mini in a way for you, assuming you're not necessarily trying to get better at blending, because it's so small that you can get away with not having perfect blends. I'm not really doing any blending at all on this so far. It's starting to look lighter. It's just because it's a second coat of the mid-tone. I'm still just on that cloudy gray mid-tone color. Getting a feel for where it looks best to put the highlight. Down here you mainly just need to get that so the edges, otherwise you could probably leave it alone for the most part since it's so small, and just get that look of reflective light. So you get the handles here. Sorry about that. Go just bump the mic. So this is the pure white. Trying to focus this mainly where those really bright, shiny spots would be. I turn around like this because just for me, it just feels a little bit more right for the brush strokes. Okay, we're gonna go back to that dark color. There's usually a little bit of a dark shadow right next to those really high highlights. And this is kind of where you can end up needing to go back and forth here a bit, especially on something small like this. And the shadows are not going to be as dark on top, so I just took that mid-tone color, went over the areas that had the shadow still, and then quickly just brought that shadow color and kind of wet blended it a little bit. So then I can tighten that up just to make them a little bit smaller. You would still have some shadow and a really high highlight, pure white highlight, even though this is all getting some more direct light than all the other sides. So you do not want to just paint it all white or, you know, all one color. You should still have some sort of shadow. The shadows just will not be as stark. Really dark shadows there compared to that. finish touching this up just a bit. And then that will finish us off for this week. Alright. All of the NMM is now done. And so then we just have these, there's some vials over here to do, and I am going to do a little bit more layering on this so that we can get it looking kind of more this color actually, so it's more of a creamy off-white rather than this really purplish, because it's just too close to the skin color. And I may also glaze some of the color that I used for the shadow. On the skin to kind of also tone that down and bring it to a different color as well, so that they look different. So, but there we are this week. The NMM is now all finished up to a degree. You can always, NMM is one of those things you could always continue working on it some more. It just depends how finicky you wanna get. If you're gonna be doing competition, you definitely want to do a little more finicky than what I have done in this video. But I'm not painting this for a competition. So just basically something that looks cool on the table. All right, that is it for this week. Have a good rest of your holiday and weekend, and I will see you next week. All right, bye.